You ever get that feeling that the world is trying to tell you something? You know, that all the things happening around you aren't just random? That maybe, just maybe, they're all part of a message? Well, let's dive into that whole idea, because we're going to look at the story of one person who sees the world in exactly that way. So this line right here, this is really the heart of it. It comes from a poem by a transactional analyst named 𝗙𝗧𝗏. And his whole point is that everything, from nature to society to politics, is constantly transmitting information. It's a pretty wild way to look at things, isn't it?
And that, of course, is the big question. If the world is broadcasting all these messages, who's actually tuned in? Who's listening? And what are they hearing? To figure that out, well, we kind of have to get to know the listener himself.
So, to really wrap our heads around this unique worldview, we've got to go back to the beginning. We've got to follow the journey of the man who wrote those words. His story starts in a city called 𝗟𝗓𝗙 in Tamil Nadu, India. And believe me, it's a journey that shaped everything he came to believe.
You can tell from his early years he was searching for something. At just 16, he's in pre-university classes. By 20, he's already on the radio, giving talks in English. He even does a short stint as a salesperson. But then, at age 24, something happens. Something that completely changes the course of his life.
Okay, and this is where the story really kicks into high gear. It's one of those right place, right time moments. A chance encounter with a massive pile of books and a very generous mentor. And suddenly, a door to a whole new world just swings wide open. 400. I mean, think about that number for a second. Not 4 books, but 400 books, all on one single topic, transactional analysis, which is basically the science of why we do the things we do. This wasn't just some light reading. This was a total immersion. This was going to be his future.
Yeah, and a library like that doesn't just pop up out of thin air, right? The place where he found all these books, this growth center, it was run by a man named Mr. Ratnam, and he turns out to be an absolutely crucial person in this story.
Turns out, Mr. Ratnam was a pretty big deal. He was the chairperson of the local productivity council and was connected to a major business family. But more than that, he was a huge supporter of this transactional analysis movement. He saw the spark in 𝗟𝗏𝗏 and gave him the push he needed to take his next massive step.
And that little push from Mr. Ratnam, it wasn't just a friendly pat on the back. It was a launch pad. It was what took 𝗟𝗧𝗏 from this small center in 𝗟𝗓𝗙 and threw him right onto the world stage.
And it all came down to this one event in 1979, a conference in Bengaluru. This was it. After reading all 400 of those books, this was 𝗟𝗧𝗏's first chance to meet the global heavyweights of the field, face to face. And we're not just talking about sitting in the audience here. He was in the room. He was connecting with people, shaking hands with the actual pioneers and the leading minds.